so I applied way too much. It's just going, y'all. Still going. Hey guys, welcome back. So I got Friday favorites and Fooeys for you today, and my favorites this week were really all about this makeup look right here, which is really kind of an interesting color combo that I never would have thought to do until I got a certain palette that has this sort of color combo in it, and it just works. It totally works. I think it's interesting and different and fun, and I just love everything about it. And I love that it matches my shirt that I got for less than $2.50 on clearance at Kohls, which is my favorite kind of shopping. I am a deal shopper in general, but I mean, finding like the super duper clearance stuff, that's like my favorite thing ever. That's a total tangent, but I totally match. So got some little like green going on, got some kind of, well, I guess this is a little bit less peachy. This is a little bit more kind of pinky mauve. Anywho, the look is sort of green and duochrome and peach. So that's what we're gonna chat about. So let's get to it. I feel like I've been a total broken record about these palettes, but I am just so impressed with each and every one. My favorite is still the Capricorn, just because it is the most neutral and has those really pretty bronzy shades. I wouldn't say it's necessarily super duper unique, but it's just beautiful. And it's the kind of colors that I reach for a lot, but I've been impressed with the other ones too. So the Zodiac Pisces palette, something about these palettes, my friend Jen from Beaudiction said this, and I totally agree with her. I'll link her down below. If you don't know who she is, you totally should follow her. You probably know who she is because she's on Instagram and on YouTube. She's amazing. But she had said that she kind of felt like these look pretty online, but they're so much more impressive in person, and I completely agree. They're pretty online, but they don't necessarily like super draw you in the colors, but when you get them in person, they are beautiful. And I feel like each one has been so unique. Like this one specifically. This one is, you know, it looks like it's a green palette. And if somebody loves like super duper bright makeup, you're gonna go, where's the bright green? Like I wanted like this kind of a lime green in there. So I get that, but these are the kinds of colors that I personally really like because I'm gonna wear these more than I would a bright lime green. I think that's fun. I will do that occasionally just for creativity and to play with makeup, but I will grab for these colors more. So I feel like they just will take a color combo and tweak it a little bit to make it really interesting and beautiful and different. For example, this color right here is so gorgeous. It's like it's a green, but a duochrome, interesting, cool, different sort of a green. Same with this one right here. I have both of these on my eyes. They are in the green family, but they're these really cool duochromes. They're just beautiful. And then they have great neutrals in here to ground the look. And then they've got like, you know, a fun sort of brighter turquoisey green in there. So these palettes, you know, they do look pretty online, but once you get them and use them, I mean, that is really where it's like, I'm just blown away by them. I mean, even these swatches, I'm going, what? The mattes blend like a dream. The shimmery shades are gorgeous applied dry, but I always use them with a setting spray because that just kicks them up a notch. So they're just different and interesting and beautiful. So there are those colors there. So greens done in an interesting, different sort of way, but then they paired it with a peachy highlighter, which I never would have thought to do. I wouldn't have thought a peach would go with a duochrome green necessarily, but it does. You can see it on my eyes. I have the kind of peachy color on the inner corners of my eyes and inner part of my lid, and then I have those duochrome colors on my actual lid, and it just creates this really dimensional, interesting sort of a look. Love it. Absolutely love it. So new favorite color combo would be like a duochrome green with a peachy color. I don't know how it works, but it somehow does. I mean, look at that highlight. It's just gorgeous. I have it on my cheekbones along with something else, but it's so pretty. I love it. I love the colors in here. I just think they are amazing quality and they surprise me every time. This little guy really surprised me too. This is the Almay Velvet Foil Cream Shadow in the shade 20 Cupid Glaze. Almay sent me this through Octoly to review on Instagram, but I wanted to mention it here because I am so impressed with it. I think it's so pretty. I do have this on the inner part of my lids, but then I have it topped with the peachy highlighter from the BH Cosmetics palette. So I had seen these. They sent me this one and 2 other colors. I have them swatched on Instagram. I had seen these and I thought that they were gonna be like a metallic-y looking cream shadow. And they are, but this one specifically, I love it 10 times more because I'm trying to get it swatched in just a way that I can see it and describe it to you. A little bit goes a long way, so I applied way too much. So I'm trying to sort out what's happening here. So it is a peachy metallic shade. It's just going, y'all. Still going. It's a peachy metallic, but then it has some micro shimmer in it that just catches the light and is so pretty on the eyes. The first time I wore this, it was one of those things where I was out loud saying, oh my gosh, because I didn't realize that it was going to have that little micro shimmer in it, which is just so pretty and light catching. It's not like it's chunky glitter or anything. It's just a little bit of shimmer to catch the light. And if you kind of, I didn't use very much to begin with. I used way too much here, like I said. But if you don't use a ton and you just kind of really spread it out, more of that micro shimmer comes out. And it's just like, what, bam, light catching. So beautiful. I really like the formula of it. I feel like it applies well, spreads out well, but doesn't go everywhere. It's like it blends well, but doesn't go everywhere. It doesn't get stuck. I'm sure if you let it dry for a super long time, it's gonna be harder to blend, but I feel like there's some playtime there and it's just really easy to blend and work with. So very impressive cream shadow. This one is my favorite of the 3 for sure because of that micro shimmer. Another peachy drugstore favorite this week. This palette is so pretty. It's a little bit pricey for drugstore, but it's beautiful. This is the Milani Shimmering Face Palette in Luminoso Glow. I don't know that I would ever have gotten this because I think it was around $18, but one of you guys recommended it and you were so right because it is just gorgeous. It is so pretty. So I have on today a little bit of this as a blush topper, and then I have a little combo of these 2 on my cheekbones with the BH Cosmetics highlighter. But let me just swatch a few more for you. So this is a palette you can use on your eyes, you can use it as a blush topper, you can use it as highlighters. So it's kind of a blush, bronzer, highlighter all in one sort of a palette. And it's just peachy, glowy goodness. I mean, you can go super bright with it, like with that one, which is definitely bright. What's happening here? I still need to watch this one. Or you can concentrate in the kind of goldy shades and go a little bit lighter and less wha-bam. But I mean, those are beautiful on the eyes. I've worn these on the eyes. They're really pretty that way. I feel like it's a formula that works well on different parts of the face. It works well to blend onto the cheeks. It works well on the cheekbones, definitely catches the light, blends well on the eyes, catches the light there too. Just a very versatile palette. So it is definitely pricey, but I guess if you kind of view it in such a way that you're getting a product that really works well for 3 different makeup products, so you're kind of getting a 3-in-1 sort of a situation, then I think that kind of helps justify the price a little bit. It's not like it's astronomically expensive, but for drugstore, it is definitely up there. One thing I would change about it, I think this design layout is really pretty, but I don't think it's functional because it's hard to get up into this part. Especially with a brush. So I wish that these were laid out in a different way. I appreciate the aesthetic of this, but the functionality would be a little better, I think, if it were just, you know, plain rectangular shaped little pans or something. Wore an old favorite this week, Benefits Dallas. Just one of those get you out the door, beautiful sort of blush bronzery sort of cheek colors. Love it. I've mentioned it a gajillion times on my channel, but I kept reaching for it this week. I wore it multiple times this week, and favorites are all about talking about what I wore and what I was loving. So I'm going to tell you the truth, and this is what I was wearing, and I love it. It is a gorgeous rosy mauve bronze sort of a color. Definitely more on the, do you see what I'm saying? It's like it's almost like it's a matte bronzer, but has a little bit of a rosy mauve twist to it. So then it makes it that blush bronzer sort of a color that just works so well. It's a one and done step. I do have it on with a bronzer today, and I think it works that way too. But I typically will reach for this if I'm just wanting a one and done step. I'll even bring this up on my forehead for some dimension and some shape and whatever. And it works well there too. So awesome formula, blends well, it's amazing, cute packaging. I'm a Texas girl, so I love that. It's awesome. Lip favorites this week. So I've actually got these on together today, and I think they look really, really pretty together, but I did wear them separately this week, and I think that they are both beautiful. A lip liner that I enjoyed this week, I think I've mentioned this recently, probably. Maybe even mentioned it last week. I don't know. This is the Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liner in Lay Down the Mauves. Lay Down the Mauves. It's kind of a pretty mauve-y sort of a color. So I've got that on, and I wore Mac's Hue Awesome Nude. It is kind of a, I would say a really versatile nude in that it is not sheer, but it's kind of a little bit lighter. So there's kind of a sort of light application, I'd say a medium application, or then you can kind of keep building it and get more opacity to it. But it's a pretty kind of pinky sort of a nude. So really, really beautiful. So I did wear that one by itself. I think I wore it with Lay Down the Mauves. I grabbed this one because that's what I've got on today, but I'm sure I wore it with Tawny also because I wear Tawny with everything. So there is Hue. And then the other one is, this is the Milani Bold Matte Lipstick in I Am Awesome. So this one is definitely more peachy. So it's still very neutral, but it is a lot more opaque, less shiny. It is a matte, and more of a kind of a statement peach lip. It's just got more color to it, so it's going to be more filled in on your lips, a little bit less glossy and natural, I guess. It's got more pigment to it. That's what I'm trying to say, more pigment. And then you can see them layered on my lips. So I applied this one first, and then this one over the top and kind of right in the center of my lips. Both really comfortable formulas. This one's definitely more of a glossy lip. Feels a little bit more hydrating because it's that creamy sort of a formula. So feels a little bit more like a lip treatment, I guess, just because it's a creamier formula. This one's an awesome matte lipstick formula. If you love matte lipsticks, I think these are really, really good. Not super duper powdery feeling, but I think you have to like a matte lipstick to enjoy them. I love a matte lipstick. It's just low maintenance. They're easy and awesome, and that one is a great one. So very pretty nude lip combo. Kind of peachy nude lip combo. All right, guys, so those are all my favorites for this week. So hope that you really enjoyed this video. Please hit a thumbs up if you did. Let me know down below what you were loving this week, or maybe not so much loving. Let me know your weekend plans or any questions that you have. I'm happy to answer those. Please subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.